What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel for another episode. And we are heading back to the river. Alicia and I decided to get into another pretty good sized tournament up north. We're going to be fishing the 10K. So we actually came up yesterday, got all unpacked because there was some pretty nasty weather that was supposed to be coming in. And got here, got unpacked, and then ended up cooking some dinner. And once we got dinner finally done, we sat down and started watching the weather and stuff, and ended up having some pretty nasty stuff come in. There ended up being 2 tornadoes that were spotted coming down, one south of us and one north of us. So we ended up having to take some shelter in the old porta-house, and now this morning we're heading to the river. Unfortunately, we didn't quite get the early start we were really hoping for, but that was also due to the fact that we were up till 12:30 last night, making sure that that 12:30 when we got back to the camper. So 1:30 probably by the time we finally got to bed, because the dog freaks about everything. So go out and do a little pre-fishing, see if we can find some fish, and hopefully find some good ones. So come along, and hopefully you guys enjoy it and we can find some good fish. So before I do try and get closer, pretty much under the boat. Not a big one, but keeper. Depth. So it says. Thought he was a crappie when he came up. to day 2. Unfortunately, day 1 didn't quite go as we were hoping it would. But we think part of that reason is we got a pretty major cold front, not last night, but the night before, and had some pretty nasty storms come through. I think it ended up hitting like 51 degrees, and we believe the water temp dropped about 4 to 5 degrees. So I think that could be part of the issue on why they weren't feeding so good yesterday. But back out here today, pretty much just going to try and run some newer water, some stuff we haven't really hit before. Kind of always wanted to, but that's what we're going to do today. Hopefully run across the right schools. I don't want him, he's your fishy.
Well, I get that, but at least we finally caught a fish today.
Is that on that Crush City?
No, I changed it as soon as I put it on. I actually went to
Decent one, ain't it? Huh?
Of course I wasn't recording.
I am. Good fish.
Hey, I wonder why my memory card says I only have an hour and 22 minutes left.
I know why it does.
Huh?
I said I know why it does. Was that in the same spot?
No, not exactly.
Fairly close. Yeah, that's a good one. Take 5 of them.
What'd you say?
Said I'd take 5 of them. I told you there weren't no fish here. I did. See, but he actually blew up, didn't he? No?
Kind of, yes and no. He did what all the other ones were doing.
There's a 3.
Oh.
Makes me feel better that we're getting bites through a good section of this now. It's fine. I was trying to get closer and you told me I didn't need to. I had to. He ain't that big anyways.
He's a keeper. And he's bigger than everything that wants to eat.
But I had to figure out what was eating like that.
Every good cat's gonna get that.
All right, you ready to get out of here then? No, I don't think so. I think that whole stretch has got fish on it. All right, guys. Well, that's gonna wrap it up. All right, guys. Well, that's gonna wrap it up. that was a long week of pre-fishing. We came out the first day, wanted to check some of the stuff that we caught fish on 2 weeks prior to in this pro tournament that you guys saw, and got fortunate enough that 2 of them spots still had a couple fish on them. They just weren't piled in there like they were for this pro tournament. So after that, we wanted to kind of run some new water and stuff down in some areas that we hadn't yet. And the bad thing is, once we got down towards the south end of the pool, the water really chalked up, I guess. I wouldn't really say it was muddy, but it was like just a real dirty, chalky looking color. We did find one area down there that we had a few bites on, so if worst comes to worst, I think we could maybe get a limit off of it, but it's going to take a lot of time to fish it. Wednesday came around, and when we didn't have a whole lot going on the area that we really were trying to search around, we decided we were going to head further up north and check some of the stuff up there that we've done well on. Another reason that we really didn't gung-ho and go up there was because of the run. We're not completely sure how far we'll be able to run with the boat for fuel-wise and oil, so we kind of based it off of that too. But we ended up going up on Thursday, looking at a bunch of stuff up there. Couldn't find fish. And then we finally pulled into a pocket and found a decent school frog fishing. Out of everything, frog fishing. So we kind of sat down at the drawing table again last night, decided where we wanted to go check. Basically, the areas that we had, we wanted to go kind of expand on them. So that's what we did today. The only bad thing is there's supposed to be 30-mile-an-hour winds today, and so we got up early to try and beat some of that. Luckily, we were able to pull to one spot, and it was fish after fish after fish, and good quality too. Not enough quality to win, but it'd be a starting point. So after that, we were like, you know what, let's just try and find another area or two around that same area, and just that way there are a couple close things, because we're going to lose probably about 2 hours to 2.5 hours due to locking up. So we ended up finding a second spot that had about the same quality, just maybe not as many. So yeah, hopefully we just gotta keep our fingers crossed now we get a decent boat draw and not too many people pass us, and maybe get at least one of them points to ourselves and be the first ones to hit it. So that's kind of what we're going off of right now, and just gotta hope for the best. So make sure you guys stay tuned for the next episode. The next episode is going to be the tournament, and hopefully we can get on another pretty good sack. We got to run down tonight for meeting and stuff down at the Cabela's, and figure the game plan out from there. So thanks again, guys, for all the support and everybody watching. We greatly appreciate it. But if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, give us a like, give us a dislike, drop a comment down below if there's any other things you want to see. Let me know if there's more stuff you want me to try and talk about and explain that we're doing, just maybe give you guys a little better idea. But other than that, we will catch you guys in the next episode.